friends, Allison here, back to share with you a new scrapbook layout. Today's layout is very clean and simple. I am in love with this layout. I included lots of stitching again. I hand stitched the brackets, the parentheses that I'm working on right now. I stitched them in pink. I stitched on some flowers just on the leaves in green. And then I stitched directly to the layout base as well with yellow embroidery thread. And seriously, I'm so happy with the way that it turned out. So I'm just going to glue each bracket to the left and right side of the layout. That's going to end up being my mat, so to speak. I held the second one up to the first one just to try and keep them as straight as possible across the page. Every time I put them on the page, no matter how much or how perfectly I try and line them up, they never look straight. So I don't know if it's the shape or what, but anyways, I tried getting them as straight as I could, even though to me it still doesn't look straight. It's as straight as possible, I hope. I left in putting together one of my die cuts. I don't usually do this, but I thought that I would leave it in just for something a little bit different so you can see kind of what goes into putting together my layouts when I use my die cutting machine to create them. So it was very quick, but I just put together that flower, and it was really just a couple of pieces in the end, so it wasn't too hard to put together. I decided to mat my photo, which I trimmed down to 3x3, I think this time. Usually I stick with 3x4, but I wanted to do something a little bit different, and so cut this one or printed this one at 3x3 inches. I'm just using some foam, craft foam, to mount it to the layout just to give it a little bit of definition and depth. And as I was saying about the matting, I double matted my photo this time too, which is something that I don't do often either. Usually I only do it when the desire hits, and this time it did. So I really like the way that it looks. I wanted to pull in just a little bit more pink to the layout, and I thought matting it behind my photo would be perfect, especially since this layout is about Marin and her favorite color is pink. So it was meant to be totally perfect for this layout. So the reason I am scrapbooking this particular photo is because Marin did something incredibly brave last February. Her school, before COVID, hosted a talent show. I can't remember what they called it. Like St. Joe's has or got talent or something like that. The school that she goes to is called St. Joe's. And I went, and actually my other daughter, we went and supported her, and she sang a song in front of an auditorium, the gym, full of people. And I was incredibly proud of her. It's one thing to stand up in front of people and talk, but to sing is just like a whole other ball game. So I wanted to scrapbook this layout and tell this story, and I thought the title was just perfect for this story. The title is Inhale Courage, Exhale Fear, and it just sums it up perfectly. I cut the title from Peach cardstock. It is Close to My Heart cardstock. Actually, all the cardstock in this layout is from Close to My Heart. The little yellow butterflies that I'm gluing to the layout right now is actually Close to My Heart pattern paper. It's retired. I couldn't even tell you what collection it comes from. It's been a while. And the pink pattern paper is actually from Simple Stories, Hey Crafty Girl. So that's where that came from. I'm just working on my journaling right now, writing it out, and it is going to be trimmed into strips once I'm done the journaling, and then it's going to be glued to the far right hand side of the layout. It's going to be adhered over the right hand side parentheses. You can see me adding it right now. And the journaling is basically about what I just told you a minute ago about Marin getting up in front of the school and a bunch of parents and singing her heart out. I'm so proud of her. And I hope that one day in the future, there is another opportunity to do something like that, because she rocked it. So once the journaling is adhered, I'm going to add some sparkle to the butterflies and to the flower centers with a clear shimmer brush, which also comes from Close to My Heart. I will link to Close to My Heart shops in the description box below if you want to check them out. The reason I say two is because there is the Canadian market and the American market, and depending on where you live, you will need a different consultant depending on the country that you live in. And so I will direct you to my friends' Close to My Heart pages so you can check them out if you so desire. And with that, this layout is complete. I'm just adding the date real quick, and I do have close-ups coming up as well, so stick around for that. Here's the bling bling that I'm adding to the butterflies and the flower centers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this layout inspired you, and I hope you enjoyed this video as well. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and a like. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you are here. And if you are just visiting and have not subscribed to my channel yet, it would be fantastic if you did so. Just hit the little bell and the subscribe button, and you'll be notified every time I post a new video to my channel, which is regularly. Thanks for joining me again, friends. I will be back again soon with more inspiration. Bye.